Hi, I'm Kelsey from roughandtumblefarmhouse.com, and today we are going to be making dandelion jelly. One of the first steps to making dandelion jelly is to come out and pet your milk cow. What do you think, Juneberry? Want some dandelion jelly? Yeah? So when you're going to harvest your dandelions to make dandelion jelly, you want to make sure you're harvesting in a place where you have permission to harvest. Don't just go stealing dandelions from your neighbor's yard unless they want you to. And you're also going to want to make sure you harvest somewhere where there haven't been a lot of pesticides or anything like that sprayed, because you're going to be eating this, so you want it to be something that is good for you to an extent, I guess. It is dandelion jelly, so there's going to be a lot of sugar added to this, but we don't need to be adding a bunch of pesticides and random who knows what to it. So the area that I'm going to be harvesting our dandelions from is a section of our pasture that we haven't grazed yet, so it's free from any cow poop or goat poop, and it also is somewhere where there hasn't been anything sprayed at all because it is a distance back from the road, so it should be a good safe spot to harvest our dandelions. Now in harvesting the dandelions, you can either just take the little top part, which is what I tend to like to do, is just pop off the top. Or if you want to, you can pull the whole plant, but I feel like the less stuff you have to deal with in your kitchen later on, the better it is. So you just go right ahead and pop just the tops off your dandelions. And you're going to want about a quart of dandelions. So I say the more you gather, the better, so that way you're not going to run short. You also don't want dandelions that are super mature. These are starting to get a little more mature than I would like them to be. Once they have a lot of kind of that white fluffy stuff, they're a little bit too far gone. So if you can get dandelions that don't have a lot of white, that is more so what you're looking for. And there, I don't know if you can see, but there is a little busy bee out here getting some pollen. Looks like she doesn't have pollen stored on her little legs yet, so she must be just on a fresh pollen run. So this is probably enough that we have right here for 1 quart, because that's all we need. We're just doing a single batch. The supplies you'll need for this recipe are a hot water bath canner, a 4-quart stock pot, a fine mesh strainer, a spoon for stirring, a funnel, canning lids, canning jars of whatever size you'd like your jelly to be in, and measuring spoons and measuring cups. To make this recipe, you will need 1 quart of dandelion petals, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 quarts of water, 1 packet of fruit pectin, and 4.5 cups of sugar. Once you have all your dandelions gathered, the next step you want to do is to give them all just a really quick rinse in the sink. You're not really soaking them, just a rinse to get off any bits of dirt or any bugs that may have stowed away in your dandelion petals. The next step is to remove the yellow petals from your green part here on the bottom. You can do it by hand. I think that scissors work a little bit faster in terms of trimming the petals, because you really don't want a lot of this green part here in your jelly. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 4 or 5 minutes. Some people will just take the petals, pour about 2 quarts of boiling water on it, and then let them sit for about 6 to 12 hours. I like to do this method of kind of a continued simmer, and it seems to work pretty well. Our next step is going to be to strain out the petals from our liquid. So I like to use a large bowl like this. Is just a big Pyrex, because it has on the end here the little handles that also work as a nice pour spout. And you will want to use a fairly fine mesh strainer for straining. And then gently you want to press down to get all that good, beautiful golden dandelion tea, basically. And these can go in your compost pile or throw them to your chickens or whatever you want to do. And then you'll be left with this really beautiful golden colored dandelion tea. And and this is what we are going to use as our jelly base. So now we are going to make our jelly. We're going to do 3 cups of our dandelion tea liquid here, and you will have a lot of extra left, so you can double this recipe if you want to. Then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1 whole packet of fruit pectin. And we're going to bring that to a boil, and then we are going to add in our sugar. Alright, and now is the part that kind of makes me cringe because of the amount of sugar that goes in here, but jams and jellies aren't necessarily a super healthy food. But next step is to add in 4.5 cups of sugar. So I already have that measured out, and we are going to just pour it in and kind of keep stirring as we do so. We are going to keep stirring until it comes back up to a boil, and then we are going to let it boil for about 2.5 minutes. Now, I definitely think that this would look the best in small jelly jars, but unfortunately I realized once I started making this that the only size lids that I had were the wide mouth lids. So I'm just using some pint jars here. After 10 minutes, we're going to go ahead and take our jars out. After you take your jars out of your canner, make sure you set them somewhere where they can cool. Make sure it is a draft-free area, and you are ready to enjoy your delicious dandelion jelly as soon as it is cooled. So thank you very much for watching. We always appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. We have new videos every week about farming, family, food, and fortitude here at our rough and tumble farmhouse.